Business in the 217 here on the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and joined as we are each and every Wednesday morning with Michelle Ownbey from the Springfield Business Journal. Michelle, thanks for taking time and giving us an overview of what's going on in the Springfield business community. A lot to get to today, and kind of a mix of different types of things. So let's start with people getting fit with some new operations starting up this coming Monday.
Yes, I feel like we've been talking about restaurants a lot the last few weeks. So now we can talk about getting healthy. People are starting to think about swimsuit season and summer and all that. And last fall, we had reported that ground was being broken for Carpe Diem CrossFit, a new 10,000 square foot facility out on the far west side off Wabash. It's actually a couple of local business owners, Matt and Megan Saxsma and Karl and Shawn Bax. They both have other business endeavors in town, but they are big CrossFitters, and they teamed up to construct this new facility. They were originally hoping to be open by January, but I had a chance to chat with Matt this morning, and he said, you know, COVID just caused a lot of delays with the planning process and not being able to sit down with people face to face to work through what was a fairly complicated building project. So they are now planning to have their soft opening this Monday, May 10th.
I've never officially done a CrossFit routine. Have you?
I have not, no. I know a lot of people that do and swear by it, but I have not tried official CrossFit.
I'm going to have to give that a shot just because, you know, I like getting out and running, and I like mixing things up. And from my understanding, CrossFit will, well, it'll show you what you've got, I guess.
or not, yes.
Right.
I think they're doing a grand opening Memorial Day weekend with some free classes where you can come and try it out. So maybe if you're in town Memorial Day weekend, you can check that out.
The state legislature's in session on Memorial Day weekend, so there's never really a Memorial Day weekend when the legislature's in town. Some other important stuff, business, of course, moving on. We've got COVID-19 still with us, but we're seeing a lot of developments in the business community, even with the economy across the state seeming to increase. But with business comes transition, and sometimes you might have another business buy out another. Tell us what happened with GUDgut.life.
So we've got a couple of business transitions to talk about this week, and one is GUDgut.life, another company focused on health and wellness. You may remember back in 2018, David Radwine, who had been a chef at the Sangamo Club, and Dennis Bringuet, the owner of a sign company, had launched this business. They had hired a gentleman by the name of Jesse Brock to manage it. And really they were focusing on, let's say, people like me that, you know, you eat lunch at your desk, maybe it's a cheeseburger, you're ordering some pizza for the office, not always a lot of healthy options for workplace lunches. So, you know, there's a lot of these meal delivery services, these national companies that have gotten to be very popular. This was a local option, and they were focused on working with businesses where they would deliver lunches to the staff, let's say a meal subscription service, but for the workforce. So now Arena Food Service has acquired GUDgut.life. They were actually preparing and plating the meals anyway, so they were already very familiar with the business, and it was a natural fit there. Jesse is staying on as the manager, so still the main point of contact there. But really they're hoping to expand at this point beyond just working with Springfield businesses, branching out into other territories.
You know, we see these types of meal package programs that are of a national company, but to see that here locally, it's great news because, you know, local business being supported by this. So thumbs up to Arena Food Service acquiring GUDgut.life. On to some things that keep people entertained. We've seen some discussion about this at the city council, but just talking with Alderman Chuck Redpath, he said that they're going to start kind of they're not going to put regulations on how many gaming machines there can be in the city. So they're looking at possibly doing some more enforcement. But we've got gaming operations looking at different ownership across the city. Tell us about that.
Right, another acquisition here, J&J Ventures Gaming, which is a big player in the industry, just acquired Illinois Gaming Systems. So altogether, that will give them about 3,000 locations throughout the state. J&J Ventures is based out of Effingham, but they certainly have a strong presence in Springfield as well. And, you know, as you said, I think not just Springfield, but other municipalities are looking at this boom in gaming, and some are wondering if it's time to slow down the growth a little bit. So I suspect that as other municipalities maybe look at more heavily regulating the industry or limiting the number, even if Springfield doesn't take it that far, this may prove to be a good move for J&J Ventures, because it may be their best chance of expanding further.
Business in the 217 here with the WMAY morning news feed. I'm Greg Bishop. We're talking with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, and we'll tell you how you can get access to the Springfield Business Journal, their business bites every week, and also pick up a copy of the Springfield Business Journal. But more updates on area business, Michelle. We've seen a couple of cannabis dispensaries here in the Springfield area, and at first it was only one was recreational, but now we've got another one that's opened up in an interesting location, and they're actually looking at expanding beyond just being a retail outlet, right?
Right. The former AMC Theater in Parkway Pointe is now officially open as Springfield's third marijuana dispensary. As you mentioned, it started with just medical, so both Maribis and what was originally HCI, now Ascend, each had one medical facility. Then they were each allowed to expand to a second recreational location. There was a rush to beat the state imposed deadline to get the recreational facility open. So you may remember that AMC project was a little controversial because they had actually started work before they had a permit and the proper zoning due to an executive order by the mayor, but they met their deadline. They are now open. And they actually say that they hope to add a grow operation and a consumption lounge, which current zoning would not permit, but I'm sure there's some discussions in the works there.
We'll definitely keep an eye on what happens at the Springfield City Council with that idea of the consumption lounge, because that was a hot topic with the location in downtown Springfield and how they would move forward with that. Springfield Business Journal, a great resource for those wanting to know what's going on in the community when it comes to business. Michelle, tell us how people can get updated on that weekly in their email.
Well, the best way is to go to our website, springfieldbusinessjournal.com, and sign up for BizBites. It's free, and you'll get a roundup sent to your inbox every Wednesday afternoon of things happening in the local business community. Of course, you can also sign up for the print edition while you're there and make sure you get that delivered to your home or office.
Springfield Business Journal, we touch base with them each and every Wednesday here on the WMAY morning news feed. Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, thanks for taking time, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Greg.